Welcome back to Mythic Sleep. I'm young Homer, here to guide you into another chapter of the rise and fall of Zeus. Tonight, we continue Series 4, Love, Lust, and Women Drama, with episode 34, Callisto's Fate, Betrayal, and Transformation. In this tale, we witness the tragic story of Callisto, a loyal follower of Artemis who captures Zeus's attention. Their union brings Hera's wrath upon her, and Callisto, betrayed and transformed, is cast into the heavens as a constellation. It is a story of love, betrayal, and the power of transformation that leaves its mark on the night sky. As we enter this story of heartbreak and resilience, allow yourself to settle deeply into your bed, feeling the warmth and safety that surrounds you. Close your eyes if you wish, and take a slow, deep breath in, feeling calm and ease expand through your chest. As you exhale, release any tension, letting your body grow heavy, sinking into comfort and stillness. This time is yours to relax, to let go, and to find peace. Let's focus on the gentle rhythm of your breath, each inhale and exhale flowing like a quiet breeze across an open meadow. Now, take a slightly deeper breath in, letting it fill you fully, and hold it softly for a moment. Then, as you exhale, imagine any tightness dissolving, leaving only warmth and relaxation. One more time. Breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, feel yourself drifting further into calm. Now, let's guide each part of the body to soften, releasing any tension with each breath. Start with your forehead, letting it ease completely as you exhale. Move to your jaw, feeling it rest, releasing any tightness. Now, bring awareness to your shoulders. Inhale deeply, then let them fall gently with your exhale, like leaves settling softly onto the earth. Allow your arms and hands to grow heavy, resting peacefully by your sides. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest and belly, inhaling as your belly rises, and on the exhale, releasing any last bits of tension, feeling light and free. Shift to your hips and thighs, letting them sink deeper into the bed, fully supported and relaxed. And finally, bring your attention to your calves, feet, and toes, letting them release completely, grounded and serene. Now imagine yourself standing in a quiet forest glade, where moonlight filters softly through the trees. In the distance, Callisto walks with grace and solitude, unaware of the changes that fate has woven for her. As the night deepens, she feels the quiet pull of the heavens, a transformation that will lift her into the sky, where her light will remain forever. With each breath, feel yourself connected to the calm stillness of the forest, as though you, too, are part of the stars above. Inhale deeply, letting the quiet strength of the scene fill you, and exhale, feeling grounded, steady, and completely at ease. With your body relaxed and your mind open, allow the story to guide you into this world of transformation, love, and enduring light. Take one last deep breath in and let it out softly. Now, let us begin. In the untouched forests of Arcadia, there lived a nymph named Callisto, whose loyalty to Artemis was as unwavering as the stars. She was known for her grace and beauty, as well as her commitment to the hunt and the wilderness. As one of Artemis's followers, Callisto had taken a vow of chastity, dedicating herself entirely to the goddess and her way of life. She cherished the freedom of the wild, the companionship of her fellow nymphs, and the unbroken bond of sisterhood they shared. Callisto's devotion to Artemis and the purity of her spirit caught the attention of many, but none so powerful as Zeus, who observed her from afar. Though he understood the sanctity of her vow, he was captivated by her beauty and spirit, drawn to her in a way that defied his better judgment. Knowing the risks, he decided to approach her, but he would do so with great caution, aware that any intrusion would invoke the wrath of both Artemis and Hera. To gain Callisto's trust and to avoid detection by Artemis, Zeus took on the form of Artemis herself, adopting the goddess's face and voice. In this disguise, he approached Callisto, who welcomed her goddess with open arms and a heart full of reverence. She believed she was safe with her deity, unguarded and trusting, as Zeus in Artemis's form spoke to her with warmth and compassion. Through this deception, Zeus won Callisto's heart and trust. She did not resist, for in her eyes, her loyalty to Artemis was unwavering. Yet, in this moment, Callisto was unknowingly drawn into a union that would change her life forever. Zeus, in his mortal disguise, left her with a child, a son destined for greatness and tragedy alike. As he departed, leaving Callisto unaware of the true nature of their encounter, the seeds of fate took root, setting in motion a tale of betrayal, jealousy, and transformation. As time passed, Callisto's pregnancy became evident, her once slender form beginning to change. Her fellow nymphs looked on in confusion, for they had all sworn the same vow to Artemis, a vow Callisto seemed to have broken. At first, they tried to shield her from Artemis, hoping to understand what had happened. But the truth could not be hidden for long, and soon Artemis herself noticed the changes in her favored follower. Hurt and angered by what she saw as a betrayal, Artemis confronted Callisto. The goddess's fury was swift and fierce, her disappointment evident as she demanded an explanation from Callisto, who could only bow her head in silence. She was at a loss, unable to reconcile her loyalty to Artemis with the child she now carried. In her shame, Callisto tried to explain, but Artemis's anger was relentless. Believing that her trusted nymph had broken her vow willingly, Artemis cast Callisto out of her circle, banishing her from the sisterhood and the life she had loved. Callisto's heart broke as she left the forest that had been her home, her spirit crushed by the rejection of the goddess she revered. She wandered alone, carrying her unborn child, her life forever altered by the bond she had unknowingly formed with Zeus. When Hera discovered yet another of Zeus's affairs and learned of Callisto's pregnancy, her jealousy ignited with a fresh fury. Hera's resentment ran deep, fed by the many betrayals she had endured, and Callisto's presence was yet another reminder of Zeus's unfaithfulness. Unable to punish Zeus directly, Hera turned her wrath upon Callisto, deciding to curse her in a way that would strip her of any remaining dignity and peace. As Callisto walked through the forest, heavy with sorrow and regret, Hera appeared before her in a blaze of fury. With a single vengeful command, Hera transformed Callisto into a bear, her human form replaced with a towering fur-covered body, her cries reduced to animalistic roars. In an instant, Callisto's identity, her memories and her voice were locked within this new form, her spirit imprisoned in the body of a creature that would be feared and hunted. For Callisto, the transformation was a living nightmare. The world she had once cherished became alien to her. Her hands now paws, her voice now a growl. She roamed the forests she once called home, hiding from the very hunters she had once fought beside, forced to flee from those who would harm her. Her life became one of constant fear and isolation, a punishment that echoed Hera's vengeance. Despite her transformation, Callisto managed to give birth to her son, Arcas, a child of both divine and mortal lineage. She watched over him from a distance, careful not to reveal herself, fearing that her monstrous appearance would terrify him. Arcas grew up unaware of his mother's true identity, raised by those who saw him as an orphan, a child touched by destiny. As he grew, Arcas became a skilled hunter, brave and strong, much like the mother he never knew. Though he was unaware of his heritage, the blood of both Zeus and Callisto ran through his veins, granting him gifts that would one day shape his path. Callisto, as a bear, followed him from afar, her heart filled with pride and sorrow as she watched him mature. She longed to embrace her son, to tell him the truth, but her curse held her back, condemning her to a life of silent observation. Years passed, and Arcas grew into a man. One day, while hunting in the forest, he encountered a bear. His mother, Callisto, who had followed him, her heart yearning to be close to her child, unaware of her true identity. Arcas raised his spear, ready to strike down the creature before him. Callisto, recognizing her son, stood frozen, unable to flee but unable to approach without risking her life at his hands. As Arcas moved forward, Zeus, watching from Olympus, intervened to prevent the tragedy that was about to unfold. In a moment of compassion, he cast them both into the heavens, transforming Callisto and Arcas into constellations that would forever watch over the night sky. Callisto became Ursa Major, the Great Bear, and Arcas was placed beside her as Ursa Minor, the Little Bear. In the sky, mother and son were reunited, bound together as stars for all eternity. Though Hera was angered by Zeus's intervention, her vengeance was tempered by the knowledge that Callisto would forever remain a reminder of Zeus's indiscretions, visible to all who looked up at the night sky. Callisto's transformation and her tragic reunion with Arcas became a tale told among mortals, a story of betrayal, suffering, and ultimate redemption. As the constellation Ursa Major, Callisto's presence lit up the night, a reminder of the price of love and the consequences of divine wrath. The people looked upon the stars, seeing in them the image of a mother who, despite her suffering, continued to protect her son. Arcas, too, was remembered for his strength and courage, his place in the heavens a testament to the bond that transcended his mother's curse. Together, their constellations became symbols of resilience and endurance, their legacy a mixture of sorrow and strength woven into the fabric of both mortal and divine realms. In Olympus, the gods observed the story of Callisto with a mixture of sympathy and caution. Artemis, though still hurt by what she saw as betrayal, felt a pang of sorrow for her former follower, recognizing that Callisto's fate had been one of tragic deception. "The cost of our wrath can be great," she admitted softly, "and sometimes we lose more than we realize in the act of retribution." Athena, goddess of wisdom, regarded Callisto's transformation with a somber expression. "There is a cruelty in curses that extend beyond their initial purpose," she observed. Callisto's loyalty was true, yet she suffered the price of divine jealousy. Perhaps there is wisdom in restraint. Even Zeus, though often detached from the consequences of his actions, felt a measure of responsibility for Callisto's suffering. He understood that his desires had led to her downfall, her life forever altered by forces she could neither resist nor comprehend. Yet, he also knew that her legacy as a constellation would be seen by mortals for generations, a reminder of the beauty and pain bound within the mortal world. The tale of Callisto and Arcas endured as a symbol of love and tragedy, a story passed down through generations as both a warning and a tribute. Mortals would gaze upon Ursa Major and Ursa Minor, finding comfort in the constancy of the stars, seeing in them a reflection of resilience and an eternal bond. Callisto's life, though marked by suffering, became a part of the cosmos, her legacy immortalized as a mother's love that defied even divine punishment. For Hera, Callisto's presence in the sky remained a reminder of her husband's betrayal. Though Zeus had lifted her curse, the constellation stood as a permanent mark of her vengeance and her role as protector of her marriage. Her anger, though softened by time, continued to shape her actions, her influence casting a shadow over any mortal who dared to capture Zeus's affection. Thus, Callisto's story became both a celestial guide and a cautionary tale, her transformation a reminder that even gods are bound by the emotions that govern love, jealousy, and retribution. But Zeus's desires were not limited to mortal women. Join us in the next episode as we delve into the story of Ganymede, a mortal youth whose beauty would capture Zeus's attention and earn him a place in Olympus as the cupbearer of the gods. Witness the complexities of divine favor and the jealousy it stirs among both mortals and immortals. Until we meet again, may your path be filled with peace, strength, and a touch of magic. I'm young Homer, and I look forward to our next story together.